evening, teacher. And this is my unusual house, the Buddhist temple. I choose it because it's always curious what is to live in such a place and how difference have with the Western life. Um, I want to start. Well, from the introductions, I'm going to talk about the difference with the against the Western life and where the temple located, because we are going to talk about the temples and some of the most popular designs and advantage of living there and drawbacks of living there. So, well, for a start, where are the temples located? According to Cartwright in the 2019, the Buddhist temples have part of the cultural landscape of many countries of the uh, occidental part of the world. For example, China, India, Thailand, and Japan. They are so powerful and so important institutions right through the medieval period for these countries and for the religion that these countries have. Well, for the first popular designs, the first one is the monasteries. Well, the monasteries are homes for monks and nuns. They are centers for meditations and learning about the Buddhism. Um, they always offer to people to stay there to learn about the Buddhism and how it is to live there, and a lot of the techniques of every monk or the religion specific. They are so isolated so many times. They are in sparse too far from the cities. And the second one is the pagodas. The pagodas son really high towers with so many floors. Sorry, and the top have a graceful spiral, and that means the different elements that they represent. So every tower represents an element. It could be fire, water, earth, wind, and the five, the wisdom. There are so many important in countries just like China and Japan. And for the third one is the stupa. The stupa is not a temple that you can live, but in the past is a special place for the specific months. But now are only used for to uh, to store different gems or sacred books of the Buddhism. And the people pay in these countries to walk around clockwise there for representation of the symbolism and the wisdom that they represent for the past. Well, for the temples, any temple is different, but they have so many rooms that are the same in every temple. So they have a place where you can pray, have meetings, and have rooms for lay to study, um, and for all the necessities that every monk's daily life day. Well, what are the advantages to live in a Buddhist temple? First one is to learn how to use the medicinal plants to help the nervy people that live there for the Buddhist temple. The second one is to meditate every day for specific periods of time. And the third one is be more responsible with the schedule that you have and the rules that the specific place have. For the drawbacks, and you have to avoid all the technology devices. and you have to follow correctly every rule of the Buddhist temple have. And for the third one is to get right all your material things. You have to get all of that because it doesn't matter in this place. Well, for the conclusions, in my opinion, and I think that this is more important the change the spirit that you have, and besides of how many big or how many rooms the temple have, because this has changed the spiritual and you really want to change it, and how you represent with the nature and the people that you live with. And this is my bibliographic reference. So that's all. Thank you, teacher.